Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We'll continue again with this jumble of lines that I threw together yesterday. I think we're just gonna roll forward with this. There's definitely parts that need changing, there's parts that need fixing, but we can live with this. So, problem number one is though I don't know what the heck I'm doing with this hand on the left side of the screen, the right hand. And I still need to decide which way are we facing, because the hit is currently. At first I was looking towards the hand that is held up, then I was looking being kind of off camera, I guess, off screen would be probably the best way to describe it. And then, but now just blankly staring straight forward. So overall, the grand scheme is to figure out what the heck is going on in this illustration. Hello there, how you doing? So I'll be frank, this whole day I did not think about this at all. So I probably should have thought about this a bit more, especially when my hands and my brain were free. Namely, in the shower and on the shitter. Really, I think beyond whatever the head is doing and whatever the hand is doing, the rest of the body is largely in a state where it is most of the way finalized in terms of pose. I need to change. I need to add like an extra gun for this line. I think the top of the knees has to be across like here, like that. To just say as far as the knees are coming up. It shouldn't even be lower than that. Probably lower than that. I mean, this line isn't right because this line should be what? Wait, no. It should be going. I'm not looking at this correctly. I think the conclusion is what we want to thicken the hip area. No, this line's just too high. I'm looking at it wrong. But we're looking at a crotch area. The crotch area more like here, then going around. What am I gonna do with this hand? God damn, just coming back to this again. I mean, looking anywhere, I think before I decide where to look, I need to really decide what this hand is doing. Ideally, I think I want it to be clutching something. But then it becomes a giant matter of what is it clutching and where is it holding it. In terms of the actual subject of the held object, I just kind of threw a tube in there at first, similar to a churro. I was just thinking about the kind of sweet snacks you can get from a store I don't know if I want to try and draw myself another crepe. As much as from this angle, I can hide the whole thing behind the what's it called? The crepe is like the actual like flower part around filling, right? I don't know why I always just call it skin. Or we just go where? Make a top here, and then you go a 1, and then a 2, and that is called ice cream that is probably not abiding to gravity very well. If it's a popsicle, then I think the S should be a P. By that you mean a frozen, usually rectangular shaped icy treat. Actually, I know it's popular in Korea, right? The really like stick-shaped ice creams. They sell them here as well, but I don't know what they're called. Not this one. Like the actual stick-shaped ice cream. Okay, no, just showing me what the local ones, which are not stick-shaped ice creams. They're just ice creams on a stick. What's it called? Let me see if I can just find out if I just say it's Korean. It goes, where's copy image? Copy image. There's these things. Not this brand that's sold here, but all while this is a Korean-made game primarily marketed in Japan that we're working with as part of the subject matter. In another popular choice is, I still don't know what this is. It's just very popular in anime imagery. I don't actually know what this is made of. Watermelon ice cream on a stick. Is it like actually watermelon flavored ice cream? That sounds questionable at best. Okay, apparently this is also Korean made. We just roll with this. Watermelon. I mean, I can say that I've never had this before. I don't think they sell this here. What is this? Oh my. What is that? Oh my. Well, we really want a monstrosity. Here's a monstrosity. You think it's too sweet? Add more sweet. What the heck is happening here? Hello, by the way. Yikes. Alright, we'll roll this kind of popsicle deal. And since everybody apparently likes probably the image of these watermelon ice creams more than they like eating it, we'll roll with that. Because when it comes to doing something visually, we care more about it, how it looks than how it tastes, because we can't taste it on paper. So let's just say that we need Probably the fingers in a different position, but we are saying that stick here goes into square base. Yeah, square base that goes into triangle. Maybe like a little bit of a flat top and then triangle. Triangle. Yeah, what did I do? Oh, wait. How did I fuck this up? Well, this is like, I like tilted it super far. This would be like what? Like, then it'll be coming down like that. Something like that. Okay, that's the subject matter. Now, where am I putting that hand? This is still the biggest question. We haven't solved the core issue here. This now needs to be pointed somewhere, and then the head has to probably look at it. And we put hand, you know, I'm just gonna like cut this hand out, put it in a different layer so I can move it around. If hand is in front of body, even like lower or like tilt more so that the whole thing is more pointed. And hand will be at what? In front of, you're holding it at like a sensible point. It'll be about elbow here. Hand will be what? About collar-ish height if you're sticking something like this into your mouth. It'll be, let me just get, yeah, you could just sit over here. We're looking at something more like hand would be here. There's visually about collar level, and then tubing it into the face like this. And it would be, I actually want to like hand like in front of the body and just like tube it into face like super tight, like this way. That is one option. Or change the color of this. Or we just go up, down, up, and just stick it this way towards the head. And then side profile the head entirely. So that instead we'll be looking at maybe we'll like tilt the head up a little bit, right? Because mouth would be about there. And probably a bit further back than that. What, more like about there-ish? Don't worry too much about the sketch lines, but I don't really know what I'm doing when I side profile here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need a circle up there if I want to side profile ahead, because I don't know what I'm doing. Oh dear. Okay, let's just turn that off for a moment. Oh, and you can be purple. Then I can just blue this out. let's just say anatomy base. In I feel like for that, that's I don't know if it gives the right feel for a character. Go more of a feel, and she's effectively. I actually don't know the best way to describe her personality, but aloof, probably the best single term. Compared to like large food options, these are much more something you can direct to your mouth and not direct your head to your hand. I don't know. That's not gonna be a problem yet until I think this will be what like we'll worry about that once I actually get down to that point. What we're dealing with here. We're just kinda doing what we need to. That's too much neck, actually, looking at it now. I feel like that's too much neck. We'll bring it in a little bit. What we're looking at here. That should be higher up, and this should be coming down, what, like... That should be less this far down, it should be more this way. Let's... This hangs loose, kind of loose off her a little bit. That's come all the way around to the shoulder, doesn't it? Or like... And we go... Let's like that. There's nothing particularly special. Just like, as usual, going through life. I mean, it's a weekday, so you can't really ask for anything too special. mean, the way I generally put it is that I'm at the age where, honestly, if nothing special happens for a day, it's probably been a decent day. um, bum, bum. Mm. In terms of interesting thing, actually, I haven't done anything interesting recently. Not really. I really haven't done anything particularly noteworthy in a while now, honestly. At least I don't feel like I have. Like, indeed. And I'll admit that I am not a very big person into TV, so that already removes one of the general topics people like to talk about. I literally only watch YouTube, and if I need things like the news, I'll usually read it rather than watch any broadcasts of it. How far down would this come? Not gonna be like sitting on her laser. I feel like slightly short of her sitting on it. Kind of what, wrapping around her hip. Kind of like, kind of feel right about how far down it'll come. And then her skirt is technically longer than it looks because it's partially hidden. This is where the skirt will come up to about here, I think. Here. Should be about where her waist ends, I think. By looking at the proportions there. What I want to do with the skirt, because I need to bring the skirt around her leg properly, like just the top of her thigh. Right? Let's say the skirt comes out to about here. I plate it a bit. Then the leg will come. You'll worry more about the knee and have about that most of the way up. I'm just gonna presume gold and silver at the top. Actually, no, isn't platinum usually above gold these days? I don't know how the rankings work. I also admit I actually don't know which game mode you're talking about. I actually want her knee to be like about here. Pull it back a bit. The knee is just more forward. Actually, you pull the skirt in more, so it's just not as deep. Also, when they put the raid boss in your face 3 times. I feel like that's by far the most pay-to-win event. I guess PvP technically is the most pay-to-win one, but that one feels a little pay-to-win. But just, I feel like the armor type barely matches after a while. See like the same couple of characters in like every single team, no matter what the armor type is. Like maybe the attacker is different, but the whole supporting cast is like the same few characters every time. That ain't it. Oh, that is not it. This is super not it. First up, this has to go, her butt needs to stretch all the way down behind the bench, but we're saying that there's a surface here that's going like this. So her butt needs to come all the way down to behind here. Saying that her top comes around here. From really depends how the leg sticks out of here, right? The leg will be coming forward, and say her top comes around the side like that, kinda. And the skirt has to go around her legs. Say that's like really short, and we just like kinda really awkwardly place it. So it'll be what, like kinda like this. We'll go like that and just cut that. Yeah, something vaguely like that, right? Going over the top of her leg. Like maybe like a little bit of cloth over the top here as well. Then we do need to squeeze the thigh, so let's just say that we how high up her leg is? Yeah. I feel like I need this to be like a wider. I feel like all of these need to be a wider circle. It's more forward facing than side facing. No, this should be like the actual turning part of this needs to be below there, and then we need to squeeze our legs, so we're gonna just go like in something like that. That was very poorly done. Oh, cheers, eh? How's this? Oh, that is incredibly poorly done. I hope this incredibly poor performance happening right now does not damage your image of me. Oh, this is horrific. What am I doing? This needs to be round like that. Oh dear. How do you stick the joint between the hip and the knee forward in perspective. I'm not looking at this correctly. This is really bad. Also don't feel like I know how I clearly don't know how knees work, so I need a reference. I really badly need a reference. Hold on. Let's see if I can find sitting. Well, there's like knees bent in any way. I actually do need to think of more video ideas because I'm definitely going to be away later in the year. What kind of artist? How do I describe that? I mean, I just draw for a hobby, so very casual, and the style is generally more anime. In terms of that, I guess it'll be what more. I'm better with rounder lines than very jagged body lines. I mean, I've been commissioned a few times. A lot less more recently. Unfortunately, like when it comes down to commissions, it was just like a lot more was happening when COVID happened and everyone was indoors and everyone decided to start streaming as a hobby. So that was definitely a thing that happened. Now, put it bluntly, I don't live off art. As much as it would be very cool to live off or make a living off it, I do not make a living off it currently. Need a rounder shape up here. It needs to, like, I need more of a peak here. I also admit that I'm not very good at advertising. Probably because I don't particularly like using Twitter these days. Honestly, using Twitter ever since it became X has been a general nightmare. You don't even know if what you're tweeting about gets seen by people. What is Blue Sky? Isn't that just like left-leaning Twitter? Because Twitter is like right-leaning. Is that the only difference? I've never looked at Blue Sky. Like, I usually keep all of my communications to Discord nowadays. I mean, I have a VGN, but honestly, the VGN doesn't really give you that much extra visibility either. I mean, I don't know how much people actually go on there and look at it. Because it's kind of got like a similar system to Fiber, where it's just supposed to just give you a platform to like advertise yourself, offer services, but it's still a general thing that nobody actually wants to use the effort to go looking for stuff. It makes me very frank, nobody looks for their own information. I mean, him having a strong stance against AI art means absolutely nothing. Because just when it comes down to it, it's still a matter of being able to directly pull an audience and a following when it comes to these kind of websites. And it doesn't show me anything. Hello there, how you doing? It's literally just Twitter but left lead, right? Like that's always been my image of Blue Sky. And more importantly, I guess for me would be, let me just have a look to see if Opera can put it on the sidebar, because I am very bad at actually going through and opening. Apparently cannot. Why does it give me this random ass page and not actually show me? Can I look at what's on Blue Sky when I don't have an account? Like, you can go on Twitter without an account, but can I go on Blue Sky without an account? Like, yeah, I get it. I have to log in and sign up. I don't want to actually sign up right now. I just want to look at. I just want to look at it, and looking at it right now, the screenshots they provide is literally just Twitter. And they haven't really given me any real sales pitch on why I should use it. Hope I just completely snapped that bit of the pinch off. I mean, I get that part, but like, I don't know. Whenever you use like these short messaging kind of apps, you're really at the mercy of the algorithm. Because there's nothing that really directs people in a way to like find your stuff unless you know how to manipulate the algorithm. It's kind of like the same as like YouTube. If you know how to manipulate the algorithm, you can very quickly grow a channel. I don't know how to do that, so you know, my channel can be at its current size for another couple of years and it probably wouldn't change. I feel like I need to like back this line up a bit. Maybe like not have that aggressive of a curve there. I mean, it was like realistic, I guess you could say it, to like actually turn what I'm doing now here into a more of a career. Then obviously I'll probably like actually have a proper look at it, but not right now. Like, look at that, looks like up now. I did bring the hip out more. Hmm. Do I just like go straight across here in terms of like where knee would be meeting knee? Just be at the top of the knee here. I think I just should not be able to see this. I think I just want the leg to be coming straight down from here. Just maybe back this up a little bit. Don't know how I feel about that. I'll let it right though. Let's see. I think a line would be across here. Well, having any views is already better than probably about 60% of all streamers, which is actually probably not that inaccurate of a estimate, which is kind of sad in a way. I just want to like bring this leg like straight down. What I am supposed to be doing is kind of lining in, well, sketching in the bases of Natsu here. What I'm actually doing right now is losing my mind trying to figure out how the heck I point legs out at this perspective. Which is not going very well right now, because I do not know, or I am not very well practiced in perspective in any form. So I am trying something new. I am trying to learn something while learning and you see the skills while trying to also turn that into a illustration. Oh, rap god. Blah, 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 blah. Right, while trying to turn this into an illustration. It is not going overly well right now because I don't think I like what I'm doing here. I don't know. That's the problem. I think I just need to bring this more out and just like, it's just like literally the front of the leg, like right here, right? Like I'm not looking at anything else. I'm not looking at her thigh. I'm like looking just at her leg. Like I'm just looking at the knee, like from the knee down. I shouldn't be looking at any thigh, right? I think. Or do I actually want to go and just increase the hip area? Then bring out the leg like in front. I mean, the main problem is that I can't find a reference of like roughly. Oh jeez. roughly this place right now, so I actually am trying to do this just off the top of my head, which is really not working. Let me see if I can use a different site to find a different site that could maybe get me what I need. Okay, let's try. Setting on stairs, that'll work. Try this more of a tag based website, see if I can find. Okay, we're going to bring. I'm trying to actually bring the legs out more. I think I should bring the legs out more. Okay, we're gonna bring the knees out this way and more up. I feel okay with that. I'm sure I can find a way to that. The problem is I'm actually incredibly bad with anything with actually dealing with 3D models. At least when I was doing modeling. Let me see if I could. I have one in here that might work. I don't really know how to mess with the 3D models though. There's also a general problem. That's not loading. Oh, let me see if I can. Let's say 3D rendering and animation software. This is actual software. Okay, where's the online ones that I can just use? We have the websites like this thing, right? I thought I was gonna rotate it, but okay. How do I rotate this? What is this? What's this doing? Okay, this is... Ah. Unlike my hand, unfortunately it's very difficult to get my head in front... okay. In front of the knee. What have I done to the leg here? Need to... I really only have a very basic understanding of skeletons in 3D. is I don't know if that is going to be particularly helpful here. Is it doing that? Why are you I want to bring what that's really kind of looking at something like that, kind of like that. Being on angles, what, like about there? Is that about right? Looks about right, I think. We're just ignoring whatever the upper body's doing right now. It does not. Legs are like up a little bit. I want to bring the knees together a little bit. I feel like the light woof. This would have been a lot worse off if I hadn't switched out my mouse, because I lived like 2 to 3 years without a mouse wheel. Actually, like move things around and zoom in and zoom out. How do I... Oh. Looking from like that, right? I think. You know, this is why I usually just stick to doing my silly emotes. Let me just chuck this back into the same window so I don't have to have so many windows open. This drives me insane. Alright, get that out of there, get this out of here, close this. This and close. I used to feel like the camera is not... How do I move this based on the camera? Generally, I like it when the tool is at least intuitive in how it's working. I mean, I presume it's at least somewhat intuitive to someone who's more formally trained in this stuff. Which I am definitely not. I'm like fully self-taught, so I actually... the concepts don't make sense to me when I look at them. Looking at the body, yeah, well, like the knee to be about like here. Get rid of the lines here. I don't feel like I'm looking at this correctly. I mean, I also admit I am getting old. I'm reaching the age in between where I want to experience new things and I'm done with experiencing new things. So, I don't know if that's been affecting how I think about things these days, but I'm like in that sweet spot, right in that general age range. Can I not bend the ankle a little bit here, just like a tad? This only moves the whole leg, it doesn't move the foot. Does this move the hand? How do I twist? How do I twist anything on this thing? That, okay, that turns that. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Yeah, I'm just gonna start messing with that. Why is it snapping? Don't snap. Ankle is what, like here, and if I'm doing it at this angle, then we're looking at something where what is what, like, where are we going? That, I think? Something like that? feel like I didn't tilt the model enough here. I think it should be a slight. How do I rotate? Yeah, it looks like less insanity. And it looks like less insanity. Okay, you want me to speak Japanese? It won't be very good. It's all good. Let's see. Actually, I don't know if you can like have YouTube make it so that I am speaking a different language nowadays. I know they've got the new AI thing to auto what do you call it? Auto dub videos now. I haven't actually taken a look at it yet. I want to like refer to some point because supposedly it uses like the person's actual voice to like dub it into a different language, which I thought was interesting. Oh yeah, what am I doing to hit? I still haven't decided on that. Oh, what am I doing with the head? Oh, I'll be very surprised if it works on live. If it works on live, they've got some crazy quantum computing happening in the back to like run it that quickly. I mean, the fun bit is that I actually haven't checked recently, but my accent is very bad for voice recognition for AI to pick up. So I'm actually kind of curious how accurately it would try to dub anything that I say. I haven't even looked at the closed captions it generates on my videos yet. I should probably take a look at that at some point. That would be an interesting video idea. What are we doing with this arm? We're back down to this problem again. What am I doing with the arm here? We just hold hand in front and actually look at the thing. Like how I started with this problem an hour ago, we're back to this problem. What the heck is this hand doing? Oscar, we'll just go you down. More down? This down. Either way, mouth would be, if we go about here, the mouth would be what about here? I say mouth is about right there. Put that as a marker there. Then we want to direct the popsicle into or towards mouth. Do we just cop out? Do we just go straight look at the camera? Oh, that's like the biggest cop out. I mean, I like to try and practice more things that I'm not as practiced in, so straight air camera is currently a last resort, ideally. That is when I have lost my mind and I have given up. I don't know if that's a good attitude to have towards this, but not giving you up till the insanity starts driving in is probably not healthy, but we're gonna go over it anyway. I mean, I don't feel like I have that much sanity left to give sometimes. I mean, I'm trained in software engineering. My sanity's been gone for a long time. There's no way I have much of it left. So we have like the end of popsicle. There has to be what, like a cone-ish kind of shape coming down, right? Like a square cone. It will be what? If we want to point it at least like somewhat down, it'll be like a shape like this, right? Where then the end of it will be like a bigger square like this. Like I mean, I will say, trying to figure out this kind of stuff in terms of visually understanding perspective is actually a lot more relaxing in figuring out why your code doesn't work. I'm very fine with saying that. Or the best one is trying to figure out why someone else's code doesn't work. That is like actual nightmare fuel. Like if you want to give a software engineer nightmares, you tell them to figure out what the heck is wrong with someone else's code. That's the funnest part. I feel like the problem with doing it at this kind of angle, where this is what, like a dish kind of shape right now, is that the stick is not going to have much thickness for me to work with. Unless we just go, what? We want to go... I have hand references somewhere. Hold up. I'm looking for hand references. This posing thing can't do... Can this do hands? I don't know if this can do hands. But I have hand references up the wazoo. Because it's the one thing I know that I'll fuck up. No matter how basic it is. Alright, where is that? The one I pulled up yesterday, which was hand gripping cylindrical object. Actually, no. Can I go? Does these work? Hand gripping pin, hand gripping fork. These are fork and knife poses. Hmm? That is not quite. I mean, this is kind of close. This is actually surprisingly close, actually. Copy. Give me this for a moment. We can close some of these. The diabetes on a stick. That monstrosity. Still don't know what that is. This is like surprisingly close to what I need, right? Because we'll basically have like a plane here where we're looking at something. I mean, we give it like some leeway. Let's just say we've got like actually a decent bit of stick here to work with. It'll be like something like that. You want the thumb to be below it, right? Supporting it. So thumb has to go below. And then I should probably actually try and draw an actual finger here. Thumb will be what, like... Alright, it's time to lose my sanity to fingers. I should do this on a different layer. You know what? That'll be smart. Let's do this on a different layer. And we'll make you... What color have I not used yet? You could be orange. Can I see orange? Let me just make the paper darker. Could be a moment. Make the paper... Okay, so... we're looking at like the top of a thumb is like below here. Kind of like the... I don't know how detailed in I want to like draw the joint sometimes. I feel like it gets too rigid if I do it like that. Okay, so that's like... just like drawing a full split here on the hand. So that... this is like... the... it'll be what? The back of the wrist will be like right here. So we're literally saying the wrist is... and then this is what? Literally going straight down, effectively. Actually, no, this would be what? Going this way, wouldn't it? Towards where roughly the elbow would probably be. Would probably be like somewhere close to here. And around where... maybe a little bit up, or like here. No, more like here, because you had to like point it forward a little bit. Because this will be like going a little bit this way. And then the actual fist coming up. I just stared at my hand for way too long to figure out that the pinky will be the furthest away from the block of ice cream. Oh dear. Okay, so... does this need to be more out? This should be... I feel like I need to hand it a different and no, I don't. I need literally put all the fingers together. The thumb is literally not digging its way into the ice cream here. Then the forefinger can literally come down right here on top. And how does this look from... Okay, I'm actually currently looking at my own hand and trying to figure this out. It'll be holding an object like this, a thin object. You put 4 fingers onto the stick or not? I'm currently holding onto a card. Hold on, I have a comb here. This is long and flat, right? Hold the hand in a relaxed position. It'll be like this. Alright, now let me twist my wrist uncomfortably to try and look at it from the other side. It'll be what, like this? I'm literally looking more at the palm would be... Like the fist would be like right here. And then you'll bring each... I should be worrying more about the pinky, I think. Pinky is the thing that's going to direct. This needs to come out like wait. This needs to go out more than way. Hold up, I'm doing this one-handed right now, which is probably not a great idea. Also, my wrist is not my wrist, but my lower arm is starting to hurt a lot trying to hold this position. It'll literally be like you'll have like the hand coming through like this, and then you'll stretch the pinky up and over, and then each finger will be stretching out from behind. You know what? I'm looking at this kind of angle, right? Okay, I need both hands. Hold up. We're looking more at if the thumb is here, then it'll be more like here. We're like, what muscles? I don't know what these muscles are called. That might, but a bit of the fat muscle on your thumb coming down like here. Actually, I'm looking at this from the right perspective as well. I probably shouldn't twist this arm. This is there go. This the muscle will be here. The hand. Not that way, but this way. We're looking at a hand that's like what curled like then. I mean, the bottom of the hand needs to be further down. Get those lines out of the way, because I kind of want to start bringing the fingers in like right here, so that the pinky ends up about level. No, because I'm holding this physically between my thumb and my forefinger. So forefinger at the back is basically on top of the... I'm curling this finger down, so I'm going what, like this. And then all good. I've got too many lines here. I don't know what I'm looking at. Finger up, finger. Yeah, I can bring these fingers back slowly. These don't actually need to hold onto stick. What the hell do I do with the pinky? Pinky up. Trying to just be a little bit posh. Is that still a thing people say? And we'll just bring that out a bit more. Probably should have picked like a less painful color to look at. And let's just make this darker. Root brown, alright. Okay, so that means we're looking at something roughly along the lines of 3 fingers effectively covering each other. Look, actually looking at what mostly like this way and then this way. Okay, these lines need to go down. Let me just check here instead. What the heck am I doing here? And the thumb itself would be coming through the back. Then we go. She's got her sleeve comes all the way up, right? Sleeve comes all the way up. I don't have to worry too much about the exact shape of the arm. Maybe more. Just to be less this way and more like this way. Curve that in more. What am I looking at? I feel like I like what I'm looking at more there. This is starting to turn into a just line insanity. It's reaching that point. It's just lines on top of lines at this point. What is this? Do I still need this? Actually, what is this? Purple. Oh, purple's the perspective. What's red? Red is like one line down there. What's green? Okay, probably get rid of the green as well. Okay. Do we do the I don't know what the heck the pinky's doing, it's just sticking up. Just stick the pinky right up. And yeah, cause you can back finger up a bit, like we bring the well, like this, where the actual I don't know if I'm looking at this at the right angle at this point, but I am still looking at my own hand here, so we're kind of seeing like the end of the pinky is like kind of coming down like right against the joint here. Oh. Okay, what kind of sanity have I created? Was it better just doing the sticking the pinky out and just being a little posh? Am I old for using the word posh? I still don't know. Has to be more out, right? This. What? Maybe I'll see like the base of the fingers like coming back down here. It was gonna be like this, and the top of the, or like the back of the hand is like, well, like it is right now. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with the pinky. It's going up. I don't know what I'm doing with this. If I don't know what I'm doing with this, we are sticking the finger right up. You like some fancy dining? Woof. Snacks you could buy at a convenience store? That's what we're rolling with. Alright. Maybe we don't like stick it straight up, we can still kind of go like in this joint like here. Well, full disclosure, the sanity was gonna start going down by a lot. What is this line? Oh, this is her shoulder. Do I still need this here? Oh, I can rejoin. Where's the... This is like pinky, ring, middle, forefinger, then comes down into the bit of flesh that connects the hand, or the fingers of the thumb, down the back somewhere. Kind of like that? I don't know. What the hell is this pinky doing? What is this pinky doing? Oh, screw it. And it'll be, let's just say, up to about here. Doing the exact same thing as everything else. Kind of. Oh, wait. And I keep telling myself I want to build a game again at some point. if I'm losing my sanity here, I'm definitely gonna lose my sanity when I do that. Okay, well, either way, this will be pointing a little bit this way, so we could just like stick her sleeve right over the top here. What kind of sleeve does she have? Like, and if the elbow was like right below here, then what am I dealing with here? Elbow will be like literally right below this. Almost like kind of just hide her upper arm completely behind the lower arm here. Just like have like the lower arm coming through here. Like cut these lines off so we're not looking at them through her arm. Okay, while we're at it, let us lose our sanity over hand number 2. Okay, so currently the hand is positioned over a beverage. Styled basically as any good old cup with a straw. We're dealing with a neck. Oh, that's high. That's high up. That's high up. Oh, that's very high up. Whoa. Eh. What the heck happened to the arm now? Why don't you like just take this hand portion and just go like a little bit like, how do I do this? I go that's just like a very quick fix on the sketch. A bit more that way. I'm looking at what, like literally literally this part of the wrist. I don't even know if I should have like a curve here. Honestly, just at the angle we're at, this may as well just be a straight line. And this just needs to come down further so that it's about out there before it curves into her. Is that still insanity around the neck? I mean, it's less insanity, but like a little bit less, but honestly, I might just bring the head. Okay, bring it down. Bring that down a bit more. Alright, well, we have cup and this general shape, this was drawn to a perspective ruler, so this is an actual circle that will somewhat work at the very least. That means that this is a thumb. Right here. That's not a thumb. Thumb will be what, like, going around. Surface. Let's just say, like, this comes all the way out to the edge. Like, thumb going around surface. Part of hand hidden behind top. So knuckle will still be visible, right? Like knuckle will kind of be like, do I have a cup in here? I do. Come over here. Okay, hopefully this doesn't leak because I'm turning it over to get the flat side of my bottle. Kind of looking. What, like, very convenient that my bottle is transparent because I actually see my hand through this. This is also pointing quite a bit forward against the cameras. I feel like that thumb should be larger to begin with as well, but yeah, I'm doing all of this one-handed again, so excuse that the all quality is now going to go into shit quality for a little bit with my lines. This part needs to be more like that. And then, oh, that was a very loud thump from my water bottle dish there. What's this? Why is this a real G pin? That'd be a real G pin for me. But like that, we want a little bit of the actual. I want to bring this down. I think I want to bring this down. That's probably too far down, but the actual like knuckle of the forefinger we can actually bring like right here, out of the way. It really depends on what I actually want to do with this finger as well. What am I doing with this finger? Question number one. What am I doing with the finger? If I don't want to overcomplicate it, then the finger can just be straight. But or like against straw, I can kind of hide part of finger behind straw, so that I don't think quite as hard about exactly what the finger itself is doing. I want fingers reaching this far over the top of the cup. If I'm reaching this far over the top, then it's what, more like... That's not... It'll only be what, like, at best, the tip of the finger here that, like, actually gets over the top here. We have straw coming up like right here. Let's get rid of this leaf coming down here. If straw like just goes straight up like so, then it'll only be like the tip of the finger that actually reaches all the way over the cup. How nicely do I need to draw the other fingers there? They don't even reach over. I mean, I could technically like hide the pinky entirely behind everything because we technically have a little bit of perspective to work with here. So then like this part of the finger will be behind the straw. And put the finger against the straw. Okay, does that look like insanity right now? Back to this thing. How much insanity does this currently look like? The hand doesn't look big enough. Actually, no, it doesn't. I don't know, it's just because I'm trying to hide every single part of the hand apart from like the thumb and the forefinger. That looks really weird to me right now. Yeah, I don't. I think I should like be looking at the thumb like literally as like a cylinder going like right here. That's what I think I should be doing. So we'll literally maybe have like a little bit of thumb right here. And then how do I depict this? What should be what, like this? Be like the thumb is pointing straight at the camera effectively. This whole probably just be like a little larger. Let me just see how it feels about huh? Based on the perspective ruler, what little I understand about perspective, this hand should be about as far forward as what the knees. Because we're moving away from the vanishing point here. I'm saying that like I understand how perspective works, but that's too much. You know what, I'll live with that for now. I need more hit here. I think I need more hit. I need more hit on both sides. Bup, bup, bum. It's turned. Bup, bup, bup. I love how it's just whoop. What we're dealing with the hair, we're going. I think the center of the hit's like right about here, then it has to come down side of our hit here, so we're looking at something down to like and more. That's like waving away cars, isn't it? I think I'm being too generous with the way this is like flicking out. I just here for now. This is going like this, and then more like I feel like pretty generous with the hair coming through here. And we want to go. What are we looking? Ah. That's interesting. We didn't fight it. So we're looking at routes that go like. Effectively, you're looking at something that crosses over, goes from like here, then we're going east that just like flicks outwards and up. Then it's down, so I actually won't be seeing the top of her head. Whoop! Oh, that's pressed. And that means the top will just be the there. Oh, what a pig. So we're going something. Oh, pig will be here is about what we're looking at. So kind of the pig right there. The hair will be coming out. We're looking at all the hair here. Not out of time for today, so there's now a giant show of me trying to speed run the one part that I honestly should be able to get right. Like what, down to ace, I think? It will like be partially hidden behind here. We want this to be like messy. We just have like bits coming off it as well. And we still want a long bit coming. What is actually happening on the side of the head? Alright, let me see if I can do a very quick lookup of what's actually happening on that side of the head. If I can figure it out. Was there a hairstyle change in her and outfit? What is happening? Just their back parts loose? Is that what I'm looking at here? Okay, let's see how much BlueStacks is gonna fight me trying to turn it on. Just give me a moment. Did I take a screenshot of that? Hold on, let me just check. Might have taken a screenshot. Alright, what the heck is happening up here? Okay, so it's just a side bit of hair coming down more, right? It's literally just this. So basically this curves in and then this keeps coming down. Like a loose piece. And we want to bring this in front of her body or behind. Usually, it's literally the side of her. It'll sit on her shoulder. Okay, we're gonna bring her in front. It's just easy to work with us, like sitting on her arm, shoulder. Then if it's not, that comes. How far down does that come? That comes down. Her chest. Okay, I made it too long. Let's just back that up a little bit. Yep, just back that up. Back it up. And maybe you'll see like a little bit of the back of her head, like right about, right, kind of about. It's like turned down. I want to make it look, her hair look. Here. Actually, no, her hair's not even that turned, so we won't even be seeing that much of the back of her head. Honestly, like this part should actually cover pretty well. And then what was her halo? Her halo is a pretty basic one, so we just need basically walk like that, target, and then circle. That's like the whole halo. Okay, let's turn off all of the guidelines and just see what kind of insanity I've created. Oh, what's her? Okay, can I rip those in super quickly? Currently going through the sketch for illustration. It has gone from complete insanity to stable levels of sanity over the course of today, so I'd say that is generally decent progress. I don't know if I can throw these in, but I feel like I've like made this like way too thick here. Like remove a part of the foot there. What are we looking at here? We are looking at the front of her boot is going around, but like, well, not really like a shoe. I like this little lip pocket kind of going around here like that. This has a bit going that. And this wraps around her leg, her foot like that. Then this is coming down. I honestly could just kind of follow the shape of her foot here. Really a problem. Then we want to right about here, we want to create a divide that goes over like that. Then it goes, what is happening here? It goes along the side, like 1, 2, kind of like. Ah! But that's actually the side of the shoe right there, isn't it? Alright, we're zooming on the feet. I need people to not go crazy upon zooming on the feet. What is within a shoe, so hopefully no one goes absolutely wild. Okay, so this goes around, and then this is actually like the side side. That's not her stocking, right? That is the shoe. That is the shoe. So this is going down the side of her foot, side of the shoe. This goes around, cut this off a little, and then this. Let's have to solve the shoe. The sole of the shoe is coming all the way up and around, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's like. It's definitely more appropriate to call these boots, but for the purpose of what we're dealing with right now, we're just gonna keep saying shoe because everyone can't really understand what that means. Go round. So it's like what? It goes like this, into the bottom of the front of the of her footwear. Let's say it like that. We'll make everyone happy. Something like that. And then there's like this lip or this opening here that's like kind of like what, like that. At this angle we should be able to see this part, so we'll just leave that. I do actually kind of need to see what's happening on the side here. But okay, so we're saying that this is going around here. one part is going like this around here, means that the bit that comes around like that will be coming around like I'm really trying to sketch it as fast as I can because I should really be around now, be shutting up and letting people sleep. So we just like throw this together and not worry too much about immediate accuracy. This comes down here, this comes down the back. Let's just get rid of her foot in here, these two lines for now. There's like this opening slit here of some kind that comes around like that. Then it comes... Then you have the soul of whatever's happening down here that goes into the actual soul of the of her footwear. Like this part that opens up is like, it should be right on ankle area where it splits from the vertical part of your foot to the something like that. But the fact that I threw that together in like 3 minutes without a proper view is not complete insanity. But that, at the end, is the goal. It's just not complete insanity. I can't really tell what the heck is happening at the back here. I don't think I've ever seen any footwear, whether shoes or boots, that kind of looks like the heel. Also, the heel material is going up around the back. It's like, I've seen sneakers that go up to like about here, but I've never seen like a sharp angle that goes up like literally to the back of your ankle. Yeah, that'll do for now. I need to shut up and leave people asleep. Okay, so for the fact that it was definitely not looking good an hour in, we've actually reached a point where, at the very least, it doesn't look insane. The bigger problem now is that I need a background at some point as well. I need to figure out what to do with the background. I mean, I guess I can cop out and just do a simple background, but I really need to practice. I need to actually practice backgrounds at some point. So we'll probably figure out something with that as well. Oh, and walking. It needs to squeeze her leg a little bit because she's got enough thickness there, right? Yeah, there's a little bit of a squeeze there. People will love the good old squeeze on the thigh when it comes to thighs. So gotta squeeze that in if we can. I've done very basic backgrounds. Usually, if I don't know what I'm doing, I just like throw in a texture at the back and give it some color. Where is it? He's like this. Or one of these things where it just has some like silly little image patterns and I just like color that and just call it a day. Or I use clouds. Everyone loves clouds, right? When you point the camera up, you can just pretend there's no buildings in the back and just clouds. It's the same as how people joke about professional photographers bringing their clouds with them. Because, was it, if the sky looks too plain, then they'll Photoshop in some clouds. And it's always the same couple of clouds. Alright, but anyways, I really need to shut up. So, thank you very much for watching the sanity slowly draining out of me as I try to figure out how perspective works at several different perspectives. Because honestly, there should probably be 2 vanishing points, even though we're only working with 1 here. If you want to see more of this, in probably a more stable fashion, because the initial sketch is in, Remember to be subscribed or following, depending where you're watching from. Leave a like because it helps me out, and I'll see you again next time.